In the history of computer science, the undo command was invented independently several times. In the 1970s, programmers at the Xerox PARC Research Center were the first to assign it to that easy-to-reach keyboard shortcut of Control-Z, or Z. Their work there later inspired many features that ended up in Apple computers. And most of the time, undo is linear. There is an ordered list of commands that we've issued, and we can undo or redo our way back and forth through that list. The most basic way to implement that is to store the exact state of the document after every single command, or even after each keystroke, and then just roll back to that. It's memory intensive, and there are a lot of ways to optimize it, but that'll work. It's also an easy mental model for users to deal with. You just step back and forth in time. But if you go back in time and then make a small change, you won't be able to redo your way back forwards. Like a time traveler in science fiction, you have broken the future. So if you do want to recover something you deleted and bring it forward in time with you, you're going to have to be really careful not to accidentally hit the wrong key while you're back there. Now, plenty of folks have tried to create undo trees. So if you do go back and change history, it just creates a new timeline, and you can move around the timelines however you want. There are some text editors which will do that for you, and even visualize all the branches, but it's a complicated thing to keep in your head, and it's never found mainstream appeal. There are source control systems that work the same way, like Git. Every time you save your file and commit it, that copy is available forever. Multiple people can work on files at the same time, make changes in different branches, and everything just gets merged back together afterwards. It is incredibly useful for any software development project. But trying to do that for every keystroke, rather than every saved version of a file, is a bit much. Saving keystrokes works in memory, which is fast. Saving files works on disk, which is comparatively slow. That model, quick undo for live work in memory and a slower save to disk when you're done with a task, is still used in a lot of places, although it is slowly changing. If you write text in Google Docs or other cloud-based platforms, then your keystrokes are constantly saved and synchronized. You never actually have to hit save, which means that depending on which app you're working in, you have to change your mental model of how your work is saved.